Greetings and peace. Hi, I'm Hava. Thank you for joining us for a preview of the SETSA program. Commencing with the circle of influence, which suggests our greatest needs and potential are in the center, on ourselves. Yet we tend to focus on all else but ourselves. Ever asked yourself why? The SETSA program encourages you to take time out for yourself. SETSA is principally about self. Do you want to realize your potential rather than feel stuck, helpless, or remorseful? We encourage you to invest time on yourself, just for you. Others would also benefit, but for now it's about you. We also have a message for training managers at the end of the presentation on how SETSA could be of benefit to corporates. Why self-awareness? Aristotle said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. And why self-empowerment? People who empower themselves don't see the world as a source of their problems. At the end of the program, you would have developed your very own personal slogan, defined your purpose, your goals, and your very own personal action plan depicting the shifts you wish to embrace in your life. The SETSA program include intrapersonal topics such as feelings and extrapersonal topics such as conflict, and moving forward, topics such as goals. Let's take a look at some topics. On thoughts, we have 70,000 thoughts per day. Through awareness, shift your thoughts from 80 to 90% negative and past-related thoughts premised on anger and resentment to thoughts that serve and uplift you. On feelings, do we express our feelings or suppress them, and why? What happened to that little girl or boy? Also, what is sympathy and empathy? Are we overloading ourselves unknowingly? Here we look at some of the attributes of the ego and the soul. Where could we be operating from? Is it serving or hindering? On anger, in this topic we discuss what might be one's anger triggers, anger style, and also reacting versus responding. We also discuss self-harm associated with anger. As a point of reflection, what are your values? Are you living by your values or adopted values? It's rather important to be clear, as values and beliefs play out in one's behavior and ultimately determine what one achieves or does not achieve. An exercise in this topic helps identify core values. Still on interpersonal topics, defining your purpose, using Maslow's hierarchy, creating awareness about using your head and your heart in decision making, use of your most valuable resource, time. To also consider limiting self-labels, understanding power and perhaps reclaiming it. In the topics freedom and happiness, we invite you to consider the many misconceptions and the realities. Now let's look at some extrapersonal topics. On relationships, the different types of relationships we have, why relationships are so important for our well-being, but equally the notion of duty of care for self. What is conflict? What might be your triggers? Is conflict always bad? What conflict resolution styles you can adopt? What are emotions? How does emotions affect your relationship and your health? and what might be some of the consequences of suppressing emotions. And a recap of trust, respect, and confidentiality with an exercise to reflect on how you felt when you were let down. What is grief, really? Is it just the loss of a loved one? What is the grief process? Consider whether you are stuck or bearing a burden, and also discussing the differences between pain and suffering. Now, looking ahead. What is emotional intelligence? Why is it more important than IQ? How can EQ be developed? We encourage you to set 3 to 5 goals based on the 80-20 rule, which we explain. On self-esteem, we also discuss how self-esteem could be enhanced through accomplishment. Your personal action plan is developed progressively through the program, and your personal contract would also include these headings. SETSA is premised on learning equals behavior change. It's experiential. We focus on application rather than theory. It's about taking stock of where you are in your life and making conscious choices moving forward. We wish to add that SETSA might not suit someone looking for a quick fix. About us. Voluntarily, we conducted over 30 self-empowerment courses and also counseled more than 500 people. We also witnessed absolutely amazing personal turnarounds. The SETSA program was compiled and delivered over 4 years with adjustments based on real-life counseling experiences and feedback from course participants. We wish to avail the SETSA program as widely as possible, given the positive feedback. Why wait? With SETSA, there's no extensive reading material. We did the research for you. It's at your own pace, in private, and it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. You could also gift the SETSA program to someone you care about. We'd like to add that the SETSA program could also be of benefit in the corporate and public sectors. As an example, for a national retailer, in order for staff to positively influence customers, suppliers, colleagues, and ultimately shareholders, staff are likely to receive corporate training in areas such as business strategies and markets. Individually, staff also receive management and task-related skills such as sales and budgeting. As touched on earlier, using the circle of influence, as individuals we have the greatest need and influence at the center on or for ourselves. Influence diminishes progressively at the outer levels, for example, family. Work settings is further away. So can a staff member give of his or her best if at the individual level one is consumed with unresolved grief, emotions, relationships, anger, or conflict issues? The SETSA program allows individuals to deal with personal issues which are often not shared. While the SETSA program might appear staff-centric, there are significant organizational benefits such as understanding values, self-leadership, quality mindset, understanding labels and prejudice, and goal setting. SETSA touches on soft skills such as integrity, attention to detail, time management, communication, and conflict resolution, all of which contribute to individual effectiveness and harmony in general. Thank you, and we do hope that you choose to join us in the SETSA journey. For the latest offer, please use the links below. If you really want to do the program and cannot afford it, please email us on SETSA786 at gmail.com.